Right, now we got this all going. So, I think we are good to go. Let me just real quick while we're at it. Let me grab the link of the stream and post it. Post it on Facebook. Let's also put a announcement. Alright, give a minute, just finishing up. Let's go here. Let's do Lumen, welcome to the chat. Ferrarian here, and lastly, that I'll make sure here. My microphone up. All right, hold on. All right, hello. Can everyone hear me? Hello. Alright, I think I have a good volume now. Alrighty then. Yes. Yes it is. It's like a cozy cabin thing or whatever. There we go. Okie dokie. Hello everyone. My name is... Hello everyone. My name is Theodor Schwarfdal Hafstad. And as of January 29th, I am a published author. And in today's stream, I am going to be showing you guys a few entries in my own poetry book that I partnered up with Pegasus Publishers, a vanity press in Great Britain, to release my book, 50 Ways to Say, a poetry collection by me that I wrote over a period of 3 years because I didn't think poetry would be something that I would enjoy. So it started off as a joke. Alright. It's already at a very low right here. So, thank you, Lumen, for the suggestion. And let me actually just lower you down as well. I think this is good now. Alright, that is, I think, good volume. So, as I was saying, my 50 Ways to Say poetry collection written by me. And I think we should definitely start with the name. Why did I decide to call it 50 Ways to Say? That purely comes down to the fact that there are 5 chapters in this book, All are named separate things. The chapters in question are Thank You, I Love You, Fuck You, Help Me, and Goodbye. And if you notice on the cover, there's a few underlines here, which basically means you can take the name of the chapter and slap it onto that part if you want. So it could be 50 ways to say thank you, 50 ways to say I love you, 50 ways to say goodbye, 50 ways to say help me, and 50 ways to say fuck you. I'm going to try and keep the profanity to a minimum because, well, this is a professional thing, but still, fuck you. Either way, let's start with the wonderful description the proofreader gave for the back of this book. This poetry collection is a raw and evocative journey through the human psyche, navigating the turbulent waters of love, loss, mental health, and existential questioning. Through vivid cosmic and natural imagery, it captures the fragility of the human experience with both tenderness and ferocity. Each poem serves as a fragmented reflection, moments of longing, bursts of anger, flashes of hope, and deep introspection. Symbolism, mirrors, stars, waves, typewriters, grounds surreal. Dreamlike passages in emotional reality. Whether wrestling with inner demons, mourning love lost, or seeking purpose in chaos, the voice remains unapologetically honest, shifting between soft whispers and raw cries. These verses illuminate both the darkness we carry and the light we fight to preserve. For anyone who has ever felt too much too deeply, this collection offers a resonant echo and a quiet reminder survival is an art and expression, its most wonderful and powerful tool. I love this little description the proofreader gave because I think it really shows what I was trying to tell, and I think they got it perfectly. So, yes, let's see what do you guys have to say about this description. I definitely want to hear from the chat, and then once I hear from that, I will jump onto the inner part of it, I feel like. Because this book means a lot to me, and the fact you can now buy it, it is surreal to me, and I just really like the fact I'm able to, and that Pegasus Publishers, again, gave me the amazing opportunity to share my work with the wonderful people of the world. So, what has everyone to say about the description? I definitely want to hear a little bit from chat. Thank you, Lumen. That is an excellent comment. Thank you very much. I will now be shifting my focus over to the inner part of the book. And I will start with the message from the author, the sheer thing that I wrote here onto my paper for the people that are reading. Message from the author. From the ashes they rise. They once knew how much life matters. From the stars they fall. They all know how precious it all is. This book is dedicated to my dad, who from the start to end of writing this book has shown so much support and compliments towards the creation of this book. My dad told me one thing over and over growing up. find your spark, nurture it, and find a way to make you happy. So to my dad, I say, Skál, which is the Icelandic cheers. My poetry is obscure and doesn't follow typical rules in poetry on purpose. Hope this book is to your fullest enjoyment and happy reading. Alrighty. I think we are going to read at least 3 poems from each chapter because I want to leave the rest up to everyone else to read. That gives us 15 poems to read and think about. Tell us what you think about it. I will start with. Let's start with something small. There we go. We will start with a poem called Dreams. And then we will discuss what people think about the poem afterwards. Dreams. Dreams can be nightmares just as much as hopes can be failures. Successful yet dreadful, happy yet unattractive, careful you might fall. Scared of the truth, dreading tomorrow, unforgivable yesterday. Strive for success just like the stream of a calm river. Am I repeating myself? Surely not. Secretly, I hope so. Let's see what people think about dreams. And then we will hop on to the next poem afterwards. Because again, I don't wanna rush through this because poetry is meant to be enjoyed one line at a time. I think if you sit down and just read without really thinking what it means, you miss the whole point. Just looking at chat, seeing if there's anything to update. Oh yeah, remember, you can do !book to get a direct link to the website in case you want to pick the book up for yourself. Alright. No, nothing? Gonna wait a little bit longer and then I'll hop on to the next poem. In the meantime, hold on, where are they? I will be back in 2 minutes, then I will look at chat. Well, maybe 1 minute, but I'll look at chat and then we will move on to the next poem. Give me 1 minute. Alrighty, let's see. Nothing? Alright. I think we can hop on to the next poem. And next poem I'm going to read is called Life. Life is like a spotlight, bright in one specific spot, but surrounded shadows everywhere else. I wish the spotlight would shine on me. It's dark and cold and I want to feel warmth. Sinful thoughts, can you understand? I don't know if you do. You, yes you. You know you are the one I am targeting. Listen, we don't know each other. You make me feel alive. Like the spotlight is shining on me. Alright. So, I can't say much about this poem. I don't really remember what I was thinking when I wrote that, other than it was during, I think, a time when I was rejected for like a theatrical play role, because I really wanted to be in that play, but I didn't get through. So I felt like I wanted the spotlight to shine on me. Alright, let's hop on to the next poem. I'm not gonna take too much time in between now. All right, I will take. These are good, but I don't want to give away everything, is what I'm saying. Yes, we will go with this one. False flag. Winds of the afterlife, guide me with your soothing voice through this maze. I see a glint in your eyes, sparks showering from the anvil, weapon forged in gold, contract bound in blood. Caretaker Almighty, a hero appears with a purpose to slay all evil. Appear out of thin air, have a seat. There is a chair, soul bound, forced against your will. Smile, welcome to the chat. And we will now switch over to chapter 2, which is called I Love You. And we will start with a poem called You. Thank you for being with us. I will now start poem 1 of chapter 2, which is You. Grace once past, details aside. They've had one lifetime to ponder, analysis of one's past. Leave it there, right in the past, where you stay. Study one's past. You left me on that fateful day. Last words still haunt me. I love you. Simple, this one. Not really much about it, but I will then go over to one of my personal favorite poems I've written here, which is Peer Pressure. Are we ready? Let's go. Peer pressure. Stare into my soul where yesterday rests, right next to Lady Death herself. State your purpose, your presence frightens me, held at gunpoint. There was once a time where we could enjoy each other's company, but now you are far away, physically but mentally in a way. Poisonous words you share. Addicted to the needle, you cowardly run into the corner and float away into oblivion. But now you stand right here, haunting me with those eyes. Oh, how they used to shine. Together until tomorrow, Romeo and Juliet, sleep tight. This one I really like. This one was one of my favorites and was one of those where I just, yes, when I finished writing it, because it was a stroke of genius when it happened. I wrote this, I remember specifically, I wrote it after an English class where the focus of the week was the movie Romeo and Juliet with, don't remember the actress, but it was with Leonardo DiCaprio and as Romeo, which I think was a good movie, and I think that's why I wrote this. So, let's hop on to third poem of this, and let's go with Calamity. Well, hold on, let me see. Yeah. Okay. Calamity. Today I looked up into the empty sky, saw a shine. Bright it was. What is it? With a closer inspection, it is a comet, more so a wishing star. The wish I made was you. You are my everything. If I don't know you, then you still matter. It may not be to me, but for others, yes. And one more time I ask, star hurtling in the night sky, do it be a wish I seek or one true love? I think that's a very, very nice poem. I don't really remember what I was thinking when I wrote that. All right, let's switch over to chapter 3, which is Fuck You. Unironically, that's what I decided to call it, because this is where poems start to get very dark. So, trigger warning to anyone that's watching that may not want to listen to this, because it goes into very deep points in my life. And we will start on, I think, the longest poem in this book, which is called Silence. Was there once silence after the Big Bang? I hardly think so. For you see, the world around us is forever expanding, like the burning horizon. Most of it cannot be explained due to the immense amount of time and effort. But at this moment, right here, I wish for nothing else but for you to look into my eyes. Startled at the slightest movement, who's there? Show yourself. I care for nothing else but to see you smile. Constellations dying in the night sky, you wouldn't hurt me, now would you? Classified information, never to be shared. Clearly, you don't understand. Is it my distance, my unfortunate disease? Judge in a way, but what is here ain't changing without some work. Predator stalking its prey, slowly but steadily, it finds the right time to strike, while the prey curls up and accepts defeat. You may be the savior of this world, but is your sacrificial behavior worth of that title? I ask, to what distance are you willing to go just to fuel your pitiful pride? All I'm gonna say about this poem, I wrote it after someone truly broke my heart. Uh, ooh, this one's nice. This one is called Hidden Insult. You remind me of a palace full of life, tall and sturdy. You remind me of a flower, beautiful and blooming, but fragile. You remind me of a frozen lake, clear and see through, yet you reflect upon yourself. You remind me of a house, warm and lit up, while the demons of the night surround us. You remind me of a candlelight, small and shy, growing larger with enough care. You remind me of the sky, either cloudy or dream blue. You remind me of a glacier, shivering and cold, the years have shrunk away. You remind me of falling leaves, mild like an autumn evening, the essence of peace. You remind me of polished diamonds, reflective and clear, just like your starry eyes. I compare my dreams to reality on a daily basis, yet nothing grows nor changes. All my dreams are just hidden insults, the way you talked, the way I died. I wrote this while I was at work. I remember that. It changed a little bit over the years, but it's basically the same as it was when I wrote it at work. Let's start by. This one's powerful, and we're gonna go with this one called Waves. Captivated, he glances into the sea. The waves crash as the orchestral drum steadily increases its tempo and power. The ocean is soothing, he exclaims, in perfect harmonious silence. I think that's a really good poem that I wrote. And yeah, I may be gassing myself up with everything, but I think my poetry is amazing. I missed the. Here. Next chapter is called Help Me. And let's start with water. Quench your thirst on the water in front of you, a pool of tears pouring from my eyes, figuratively, not literally. Yet I write again and again those same words of sorrow that is repeated in my head day after day. All right. Yep. Poem 2. Ooh, this one's fun because this is the first time I really decided to go beyond English and to incorporate another language. Beyond. The furthest reaches of my mind, so far north, you'll get lost, yet my presence is down south. You and my being drifts west and east. I reach out, hoping I'll find something or someone to understand. The feelings are like malware, faulty programming. The computer says 0100 1111 011 but I tend to disagree. With every movement, connect the cable, wire the antenna, plug it in, and watch the mediocre truth. I'm proud of that one. That was a fun one. Let's go with thoughts. Every day, I think endless things. Can I do something with it? Yet, I never strive for hard goals. It saddens me. That's a simple one. And I can promise you this, with my second book, you will not get this many simple ones. There are mostly really long ones in the next one. Oh yeah, I already finished the second book. Right. The mood. The clanging of silverware. The distance of constant chatter. An upbeat coffee shop worthy mood. Of the bongos and sitar. It keeps swinging. One sits scribbling, one is dead silent, and one is the center of serenity. Divide the crowd, add the suspense, subtract subtle hints, multiply the outcome. I wrote this the night before I finished this book. I remember that. And we will do everything. I hate how I look in a mirror. The mirror is the floor is the walls close in on me. Everything yet nothing. Exist or be absent. Be a part of life, but that doesn't answer what I am. Endless ideas, nothing solved. Peek into the future. That's what I call a mirror. Thank you, Smile, for that comment. And last poem. I will give you the last poem in the book. It is The Typewriter. There you sit on your fictional throne of gold. In front of you is a story maker. Write me a happy ending, almighty typewriter. With each movement, your page slowly fills with your past. Yet every major decision is like a new chapter. The ending was mediocre. That's a gag I'm going to start with this one specifically, because I think it's funny that no matter how good a book is, sometimes the author is incapable of writing a good ending. That is always quite mediocre. So that's what I'm joking around with that one. But yeah, that has been my book announcement for 50 Ways to Say, written by me, Theodor Svarfdal Hafstad. I have been your precious author for tonight. You can do hashtag book in chat. Oh, sorry. Exclamation point book. I will do that myself. Why is it not working? It's not working. Well, either way, you can do 50 Ways to Say on PegasusPublishers.com, or you can look up Pegasus Elliot Mackenzie's Publishers and find my book there in the poetry section. Thank you very much for joining me in on tonight's program. Well, tonight's broadcast. And I will catch you guys on my next stream. See ya.